Days of Our Lives SP Poilers say that Thursday, October 17th say that Sarah and Xander find themselves in a tight spot. After initially claiming that Brady was the one who hit her, Sarah is now facing the consequences of that lie. She had been certain, or at least convincing enough, that Brady was guilty. The truth, however, is far more complicated. Now that Sarah clearly remembers Fiona being the one behind the wheel, she is desperate to make things right. But it's not that easy. EJ, a man known for being cautious and calculating, isn't going to release the man he believes to be guilty just because Sarah suddenly remembers a different version of events. And who could blame him? A false accusation that sent an innocent man to jail doesn't just go away with an apology. It's not lost on EJ that Sarah was the same person who lied in the first place, claiming she had vivid memories of Brady running her down. Now, she's changing her story. Convenient, isn't it? EJ's hesitation makes perfect sense when you think about it. How many times has Sarah cried wolf in the past? Why should he trust her now, after her earlier lie sent shockwaves through Brady's life and the Salem community? For EJ, it's not just about releasing Brady, it's about justice and protecting the integrity of the system. But Sarah and Xander are determined to set things right, even if it means battling EJ's skepticism at every turn. Meanwhile, Brady is grappling with his own realizations. With Sarah's confirmation that Fiona was indeed the culprit, Brady's memories have begun to resurface. He, too, recalls that Fiona was behind the wheel, but this revelation comes with its own complications. Brady's one-night stand with Fiona has now turned into a ticking time bomb. They've barely spoken since that fateful night, but as every Salem resident knows, nothing truly happens in this town unless it's been talked about endlessly. Brady, who had hoped the past would stay in the past, now feels the need to confront Fiona. Perhaps there's more to their connection than meets the eye. Is there unfinished business between them, or are they simply two people bound by a dark secret? Salem thrives on confrontation, and in true soap opera fashion, conversations have a way of spiraling into drama. Brady wants answers from Fiona, but in this town, a simple conversation could easily lead to explosive consequences. Days of Our Lives also promises a jaw-dropping wedding that fans won't want to miss. But in typical Salem fashion, this wedding is anything but straightforward. The big surprise? J.J. Devereaux is back. Salem's beloved son returns to officiate a wedding for the ages. But this isn't just any wedding, it's between the woman claiming to be his deceased sister, Abigail, and Chad DiMera, who is still legally her husband. Of course, there's a massive twist. Phobigail, as some fans are calling her, knows deep down that she isn't the real Abigail. Yet, she's rushing to marry Chad, not out of love, but for far more sinister reasons. Her plan is chillingly clear. Once she's married to Chad and he meets his untimely demise, she'll inherit his fortune and hand it over to Clyde in exchange for the whereabouts of her missing mother. It's a scheme worthy of a DiMera. But here's the catch, the wedding won't even be legal, since Phobigail isn't really Abigail. So what's the point of the charade? Why rush into a marriage that won't hold up in court? That's the million-dollar question. Nevertheless, the return of JJ is enough to make this twisted wedding a must-watch event. After all, in Salem, even the most absurd plans have a way of coming to fruition, at least for a while. Elsewhere in Salem, young love is being put to the test. Poor Tate is dealing with heartbreak as Holly lashes out at him, lies to him, and then packs her bags for Paris. To make matters worse, Tate's father is behind bars, leaving the boy feeling lost and alone. But just when it seems like Tate's world is falling apart, someone steps in to lift his spirits, Sophia. She's always believed she was better for Tate than Holly ever was, and now, with Holly out of the picture, Sophia has the perfect opportunity to prove it. Whether this blossoming relationship will be the saving grace Tate needs or simply another chapter of drama remains to be seen. One thing's for sure, love in Salem is never easy.